Today we're going to look at how to do a property search on the system. So first of all, we're going to go up to the hamburger menu and we're going to go down to properties. Once you're inside of properties, I'm going to go ahead and do a residential search. When the residential search comes up, I get my default template that is set up by the MLS. If I go up to the right-hand side, you'll see the three dots. If I click on the three dots, there's a few things I can do. I can look at my saved searches. So if I click on my saved searches, it's going to bring up a list of all the searches that I have in the system. So some of these searches are attached to my clients. So for example, here's one for John Johnson that's for Eagle Hill area. I can tell it's John's because it has his photo here also. I can run this, I can edit it, or through the three dots, I can delete it or unassign it from a contact. All of these are like that. So if I would like to maybe run this high-end residential, I can go ahead and run that, and it'll go ahead and bring up any of the results from that search. And if we scroll down, we can take a look at how you can update the default template. So if you don't like what's on there, you normally just search only an Eagle and a certain price range, you can go ahead and update your default template so that you're just looking at the properties that you search for. We also have last 5 searches. So if I click on the last 5 searches, it's going to bring up all the different searches that I have done, the 5 searches that I've performed on the system. So here's the one I just did a few seconds ago, and then here's one that I did 10 minutes ago, etc. So if I wanted to load this one, for example, I can go ahead and click on the right arrow and it will go ahead and run that search for me. Otherwise, if I would have just clicked on the criteria, it would have just brought me right up to that form and showed me what I had in my criteria. Again, back at the 3 dots, we can also customize those fields here, change any of these fields, and add additional fields if necessary. You can also create those containers. So right now I have a primary container and that's it. If I wanted to add additional containers, I would come in here, modify search criteria, add. I would put in the container name that I want. So if I want to have a bedroom container, for example, I can add that and then I'm going to apply it. And I can come down here and see that there's now a container that I can go ahead and add some fields in there if I would like to do that. Next, I want to show you what each of these are for. You can actually save your search. So if I have everything I want on here, I can save it. I can save the name and I can assign it to a contact if I want to. Otherwise, I can just save the search for myself. The little binoculars, this is so you can search for a field. So if I'm looking for a bedroom field, for example, I can type in bed and it would bring up the bedroom field. So I can go ahead and find that. And then lastly, there's the little filter. If I click on that, it'll bring up only the fields that I have filled in on the form. And that's how easy it is to perform a search in the system.